Varland is on to replace Trey Savage. 2 on. Yeah, Julio Rodriguez at the plate taking a strike. Varland pitched a scoreless 7th inning yesterday. He almost gave up the home run to Eugenio Suarez, but it bounced off the top of the wall, became a double, and he stranded him at third. Rodriguez, who has the big swing of this game, a 3-run home run in the first inning. It was 3-0 Seattle before Trey Savage got the first out. Nothing since then, though.
Good fastball hitter down, and first 2 pitches were sliders. He's good with fastballs away.
Fastball right there, gets a swing and a miss. And out against Bauer.
Up is where you can get him. And that was a really, really good, powerful fastball. And taking a minute for Julio to let that sink in. He's like, whoa. Start the engines a little sooner.
1-2. Rodriguez lays off this time. Try to get him to chase the same thing.
Great pitch. And actually a great take. I mean, the two usually don't exist.
And Julio has looked more and more steady and settled and dialed in. On this 2-2. Takes it right down the middle for strike 3. Looking for something else right there. Retired for the first time today.
I mean, this is just center cut. Gasoline.
So forget what I said about more and more dialed in. Takes it right down the chute. For the first out of the 5th, it brings up Polanco. Here's the guy that the Mariners have wanted up in this situation. 6 hits in this postseason. 5 of them have knocked in a run. Ball. Game has found him, as it often does in the postseason when you pitch around the big guys. Tends to funnel to the guys like this, lurking there between the superstars. Rosarena at second, Raleigh at first. Polanco fouls it off, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Polanco, you talked about cutting down the strikeouts. He's cut down his swing and miss and making more contact, which is the reason his year has been so much better. Now, Rosarena is getting a bigger lead each time on each pitch, trying to figure out the timing.
Shot to right center field. Varsho on the run. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's gone. It's Polanco again. Jorge Polanco is owning October for the Mariners. He's given them a 6-3 lead.
When we see this replay, you're going to see one of the prettiest swings to the ball, short and in the zone. You cannot have a huge swing against a velocity fastball like Varland's. And a guy who has transformed his year, healthy with his knee. Look at this swing. This is so perfect on a pitch that's in the zone that left the field.
Naylor grounds it foul. Wow.
That is a wow. 2 3-run homers. And the team with the most power between the two teams, Seattle, flexing it. Come on, Nail. With that dangerous weapon in the dugout.
Yeah, right. Dangerous bats and then really dangerous celebration weapon. Naylor wincing a little bit after taking this ball. You know, the postseason makes names like Eddie Rosario and Steve Pearce and guys that are good players during the regular season, but they're not guys you write headlines about. And now Jorge Polanco, the latest of the names, not from obscurity, but certainly not from stardom, to emerge when the games matter most and the games find them. Game finds him and he's come through. He's been ready for those moments. Ball. And Naylor's in a lot of pain here. When he's showing that, you know he's hurting. This is one of the tough guys. For more on Polanco, here's Kenny.
Well, Joe, the interest in Polanco last offseason was so muted that his agent, Ulysses Cabrera, asked the surgeon who operated on Polanco's left knee, Daniel Cooper, to write a letter that he could forward to every club. In the letter, Cooper confirmed that Polanco was recovering well from his surgery, left knee, and he cleared him to advance to heavy strength training and a progression to all baseball skills. It took until February 3rd, but Polanco finally signed with the Mariners on a one-year, $7.75 million deal that now looks like a bargain.
And a lot of Mariners fans at that time were probably saying, really, we're bringing him back? He had about 200 last year. It was a failure of a first year coming over from Minnesota. That knee repaired. You mentioned the improvement in strikeouts. He's cut his strikeout rate more than any hitter in baseball history from year to year. #1 two-strike hitter in the majors as they continue to take a look at Josh Naylor. He's back in there for this 2-2 pitch. 6-3 Mariners on a pair of 3-run home runs.